I can sense your cowardice. It ripples through this body to reveal your weakness. Evade the thoughts of loss, but circumvention cannot last. These streets aren't even real and you know it. What are you hiding from? Out of breath, you fear your shadow. Within your mind you can't escape, never alone. Pounding hard in your ears, my voice will never disappear. It's time to face the truth. Get this out of my head. Sensations you tonight, with the freedom to destroy all these constructs and liberate yourself. Why do you lock me in your mental cage of frozen walls? This futile self-suppression breaks against my sharpened claws. Mirrors reveal my gaze, beneath the mask your soul decayed. You can't ignore the truth. Get this out of my head. The demon is awake tonight. Oh, I'm terrified. What if she breaks free? Will this be the end of me? And when you wake, you'll see the world through my eyes. Taste the thrill of the sensations you tonight, with the freedom to destroy all these constructs. I'll liberate you. And everything goes black again. Imagine voices in my head, and what they say sounds like the truth. Have I been hiding from myself?
Alright, funny thing just happened. There were these two really drunk kind of guys who said hello to me as I came out of Nando's. And you know, they're the sort of behavior that put off a lot of people, but I figure I look crazy. So yeah, I started talking to them and they offered me a drink and I said, nah, I don't drink. And I know I look like this and I don't drink. And then they're asking me, so like, you don't touch drugs, do you? And I'm like, nah, hot chocolate's enough for me. And then they sort of asking like, why am I dressed up like this? And you know, told them about the industrial metal gig I'm going to, and also one of them tried to do like a raw, and so I showed off my death metal growl. Hey, that got some attention. Yeah, and they asked like to come, but they don't really want to come. They said they're sort of just cruising around trying to pick up chicks, which I don't know if is a joke, but one of them did try to ask my number, but I crossed the road. Anyway, it was kind of an interesting experience because they're the type of people who scare people, but they weren't that bad, and it's in the middle of the city with so many people around. Like, what can they do? I look probably crazier than them, except for my behavior not being too bad. But yeah, no, I'm getting a lot better at interacting with people, even when they're not my kind. So, sorry, there's a lot of people here. It's kind of a fun story. I also put off people on the bus, which is hilarious. No one would sit next to me. Even like this tall guy had to ask some lady if he could sit next to her to avoid sitting next to me. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna put the camera away. Just gonna add about those sort of drunk guys. So when they first got my attention, I did do that sort of shy, like don't talk to me kind of thing. But you know, I felt like I had to cross the road or else they would keep following me. And I did feel like I'll just have a play with them. And that's when I went into that more social mode. So I don't know, that's kind of an interesting thing, is just like at what point do you switch from socially avoidant to, I don't know, playing the game? Just kind of interesting to observe myself doing that. Anyway, I'm sorry I keep bringing the phone too close because it feels awkward to be like this in the city. Yeah, I don't really do outdoor videos much. Oh boy, so I almost made it home without taking off the wig, but not quite. I still have a mark on my head. Still have a little bit of a mark there. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, on that last little walk home, I think I drank a little bit too much water, or my body just wasn't handling it, so I was like starting to feel a bit gaggy on top of having the headache. And yeah, when I was crossing like the last major road to come home is when I started feeling like I wasn't gonna make it. So yeah, I took off, I think on the buses when I took off my choker, because also that thick one, it sort of like does make you feel like you're choking a little bit. Just like today, I wasn't handling it so well for some reason. Like almost as soon as I left the house, I was like, maybe this is a mistake. I should have taken the thinner one. But yeah, no. So on the bus, I think might be when I took it off. And then walking across that last big road, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to throw up. So I, had to build the little wig hanger and then pulled down the goggles, took off the wig, and things are starting to get better. But also I've switched to glasses back from wrong one. I've switched to glasses back from that's what I'm looking for. Goodness me. From contacts, and it takes a while to adjust because like they're different strength. Anyway, I need to take off this makeup so we can do that together. I have a stash of cotton balls. Ta-da! I probably only need, I might only need one. No, I think I need two. These are a little bit cheap. Alright. Yeah, so I thought about filming some of the gig, but when I got there, the first band, it was more like a one-man band kind of thing, but he was performing with this chick who was basically naked once the thing got going. She started off in like a straight jacket, and then there was some audience participation to, what do you call it? Unbuckle her and a few other things, and sure enough, when the straight jacket came off, she was basically naked, just with like, nipple covers and stuff. Which is a little bit hard to see in the dark anyway, but yeah, I thought I better not film something with that much nudity. And then, because I didn't film that, I didn't really film anything else. So yeah, that first one, I mean, it wasn't really my thing, but I was kind of interested because I knew he was an electronic heavy artist. He had a guitar a couple times, but it was mostly electronic. And so I thought, maybe I need to see what these guys are like, and maybe we can get gigs together. But it was so different to what I do in my solo project that I didn't end up talking to him after. And it was like, they were having a bit of a moment afterwards with the performance. It was sort of like interactive feminist performance art. And I can imagine for a normal person, probably seemed like pretty powerful. But for me, I'm like, yeah, I've been to art school, I don't have feelings. I'm gonna go. Oh, that's so much better. Now I can touch my face. How you doing, Hopi? Poor baby. He was so excited to see me come home. Weren't you, Hopi? And so he finished his dental treat, and then now he's had his whole toothbrushing routine, and everything's happy. Yeah, but so other things about the gig. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna put away this before I forget. Yeah, so I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be gigging with that guy. Partly stylistic, partly just I didn't get a chance to talk to him because, then they were packing off and it was a bit like full on, the whole performance thing. It reminded me of things in the BDSM scene. Like, it wasn't a BDSM thing, but the attitude of like where they're hugging at the end made me think of that when I used to hang out with some of them. Oh my god, I've got to put away a whole bunch of stuff because it's just everywhere. So where will I put this to just have a ramble? Maybe over here. Yeah, so I just was like, that's not my vibe. I don't know that gigging together would make much sense. And then what else? So the next band was a friend's band, and he's doing well these days. But yeah, so that one I wasn't sure because I haven't seen him in a while, because these days he usually plays in more of a kink context. So this is like one of the first vanilla gigs he's done in Sydney in a long time. So finally got a chance to see that without anything weird going on apart from that first band. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, just I don't think mine fits that either, because there are more repetitive elements in what they're doing, and it's gotten more of not quite ethereal, but you know, the mood is quite different to what I do. Slower music, whereas mine tends to be a bit more energetic. My solo project is a bit like I'm trying to write metal, but I don't play guitar, so it's all synths. It's a bit like that. Apart from the ones that are more like Android Lust inspired, you know, when she was doing more of that songwriting type stuff rather than the, you know, artsy music kind of stuff. Yeah. Hey, Hopey, I'm still here. You want to come up? Yeah. No, come here. Oh, you are so cute. Did you miss me? Oh, he's running away. He doesn't want to be caught. That's all right. You can come up. I'm just going to talk for a bit if that's okay. Yeah. What do you want? What do you need? Are you okay? You are happy? Oh my goodness. He's just sort of looking at me. Aren't you? Wanna, Hopey, what's going on? Oh. Okay, maybe we're following him. Shall I follow you, babe? Shall I follow you? Yes. Yeah, did you miss me? Oh my goodness, yes. You are interrupting my vlog. You are. What is it? Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh, sweetie. Yeah, okay, alright. Yeah. Oh, look at this, Shook. Look at this, Shook. Ain't that one of that? You don't want me to make the vlog. Yeah, but so Zcluster. Yes. And he's my friend. He seems to be doing much better these days in that band and in more of the kink scene. So, yeah, not entirely my thing, but it's good to see him doing what he'd like to do, yes. Doing what he'd like to do, yes. And then the last band that we stayed for was Nouveau. They're pretty well known in Sydney. Yes, they're pretty well known in Sydney. And yes, and hopefully, actually, I might get to play with them next year if things go well. Maybe, we'll see. Still planning. That's more industrial metal, so it's more my vibe. But with more guitars and with real drums. Yes, the sound at that place is not the best. The sound at that place is not the best. Yes, can mostly only hear drums and bass. It's hard to hear the guitars and it's hard to hear the vocals sometimes. Yeah, I know, but it was better rocking out to them, and I did some headbanging and a lot of dancing, yes. And then upstairs they had like a club level, which, you know, I'm not into DJs, but after Nouveau we went up and saw some of the I was trying to find a friend, my Metal Sydney metal friend. She'll that. And hello. Yes. You still want all the pats? Oh my goodness. You are dominating my vlog now. Yeah, did you miss me? Did you? Yeah. Yeah, no, alongside the DJ there was like a guy twirling like LED sticks or something. Oh God, my shoulder hurts from that. Yeah, there's this guy. Sorry, his hair's flying everywhere now because of you, Hopey. Yes. All right. Oh, hello. Yeah, twirling LED sticks that kind of looked like that running in the 90s. What was it? The Star Wars thing where they've edited it to make it look like Obi-Wan and Anakin are fighting over pizza, and then they make the lightsabers into like glow sticks. Oh my goodness. I still have my Burdekin. Yeah, no. And so while that was going on, and then after he put down the LED sticks, the twirling sticks, then it's so distracting. Then he was doing, those glass ball things. So first he had one glass ball and was making that look fancy. And then there were suddenly 4 of them. And then suddenly there was like 6 of them. And that was pretty hypnotic and like, something to look at. But once he stopped and it was just DJ stuff again, got bored and left. Said bye to my Metal Sydney Metal friend. And then went back and said bye to the Nouveau frontman. Couldn't find the Z Cluster frontman. And then, so I went with my guitarist. And then after that, this is such a distracting way to make a vlog. Oh my God. But yeah, so then walked back to sort of the middle of Sydney with my guitarist, and then we sort of went on our respective public transport journeys. Do you mind? You really missed me, huh? I know, I don't go out very much. But so now that I've taken off the wig and the contacts and all that, and my eyes have adjusted back to glasses, I'm feeling better. But yeah, I need to try and wear that sort of interesting stuff more often. Oh my God. So that then when I need to perform, I will be okay. But if I'm performing, I might just like wear stuff while I'm actually on stage, and then I can always take it off after and be in lazier clothes. I don't know. Anything else? No, I think I did a reasonable job socializing and a reasonable job dancing. The first one, of course, I wasn't, because I was just sort of watching going, what the heck is going on? But then, yeah, for Z Cluster, even though it's not like that sort of energetic dancey stuff, I was dancing a bit. Because I need the practice, and, like just kind of standing around watching a gig is a little bit, and I think when I move, it stops me from getting into like an unhealthy position and sort of getting too tense. So, I keep my body moving, and I don't, I feel like I'm less likely to cramp up in some kind of weird way. And also I like to be at the front where I can see stuff, but I feel like if you're going to be at the front of an audience in a small gig like that, you should dance. Because it's polite, like you pushed your way all the way to the front. You should be dancing, you should be enthusiastic. And yeah, it also helps me jazz up things when it is those more atmospheric kinds of songs. Like it still had beat, and the last song was really groovy. But yeah, some of them were just a bit more slow and repetitive and just not my general vibe. So if I dance long, it gives me a bit more to do. With the, Nouveau, that's more metal, like, it's industrial, but it's got more metal, so you can do more headbanging, and that's easier. And that was interesting, headbanging with a cyberlox, because then I can sort of get a better feel for how that's going to behave. I need to get used to that kind of thing. And, the yellow one's my lightest one. I have gone out in the purple one before, but I haven't really gone out in the red one. And that one's going to be the real challenge. And that's the one that I plan to perform in the most with my solo thing, if I can get that going again. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff like testing those kinds of things. I did have a Barocca before I went, and my foot only started to cramp up during Nouveau towards the end of it. So that's pretty good for me. But
yeah, it didn't stay that long. Now, in terms of how long I wore the cyber wig, I managed to survive from around, 5:30ish until maybe 11ish. So yeah, good 5.5 hours. And I don't know what my stomach was doing with the whole water thing, and the choker was not really going so well. So I think my body's not used to wearing those kinds of interesting clothes, and I need to get on top of that. And I don't know if I need to improve my health some more or what, but yeah, I need to go to more of these things as well to sort of test my endurance. But socially, I think I did fine. And there's always one weirdo who is a little bit they're kind of rude in the way that they push their way around the audience, and then they're overly enthusiastic, and I'm like, okay, but I didn't really have to talk to them. It's just they were trying to get my attention and telling me stuff. Oh yeah, no, they did try and talk to me about some Marilyn Manson track that I don't remember because it's been so long, and there was only a certain tracks that I got into. But yeah, I couldn't tell if it was someone I knew because of the makeup they had. So I'm really bad at recognizing people on a good day, and you put on extra makeup. I have no idea who you are anymore. But yeah, it's just that was probably the hardest one. Otherwise, talking to people's fine. People liked my cyberlox. People liked my little devil cat. But I'm glad to be home, and I'm going to calm myself. It's probably too late to have my chamomile tea, but I'll just sort of chill, wind down. It's good to be home before midnight. I'll see what Hope is up to. I can hear him making noises, and then I will slowly make my way to bed. Well done me for getting out of the house and talking to people and dancing and dressing up and surviving. So when I took off the cyber wig was pretty much once I was away from the populated areas and back onto small streets. So as far as the world knows, I wore it the whole time. Yeah, but I'm tired now. Oh, I gotta take this off. I gotta put all my stuff away. Oh, I didn't wear the coat. It was actually not that cold. There were a few gusts of breeze that were... I'm getting furballs everywhere. There were a few... there we go, I got it. Yeah, there were a few gusts that were a bit... but not too bad. And once I got walking, it was fine, and then mostly staying indoors. So I didn't actually need to take that coat. So now I know what temperature I don't need coats at, I guess. And humidity, and I'm tired, and tomorrow's gonna be a lazy day. Bye-bye.